Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica. I have 2 kids, a husband. We live in Tennessee, and this video I recorded while I was actually in quarantine because I had COVID. I didn't get very sick, thankfully, but I was feeling pretty good this day. This was a couple weeks back. But yeah, just stay tuned. I do share a super easy, delicious recipe at one point, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So this day, I wasn't doing like a super deep clean. I was just really tired of seeing the mess, and like I said, I was feeling pretty good this day, and I just wanted to get mostly just like basic cleaning done. As you can see, I had a lot of hand washing of dishes to do. And if you're wondering, I always use Dawn dish soap. Like, I've tried other things, I just always go back to Dawn because it's the best, in my opinion. And I'm sure you can see I did give in a while ago, and I broke down and got that Dawn Power Wash, and honestly guys, that stuff is awesome, and it smells really, really good. So I also decided to clean the drip pans and like the burners on my stove because they were really greasy. I don't remember what I had cooked, but I remember that it was really, really greasy. And it might look like they're dirty, but they're not. They're just really stained. I've tried everything. I might as well just buy new ones. These ones are actually ones that I had purchased after the ones that originally came with the apartment got pretty bad. But they're so cheap. But if you guys have any recommendations on what to use to clean them, I would greatly appreciate that. That would just be awesome. This is also something I've just started doing regularly, probably in the past year or so. Is cleaning my sink. I try to do it every day. You know, at least obviously every time we do the dishes, but I try to make sure that it's clean at the end of the day. I usually just use dish soap. And something else I've started to do, because I haven't been able to find like those garbage disposal, like for the odor, the little lemon smelling things. So I started spraying that Dawn Power Wash, and it actually ends up foaming on the, like, all the way through. It's awesome. So of course, not feeling well and being lazy, I had a ton of laundry to do. Now, I don't want anybody to think that my husband doesn't do anything, because he does. But we were all just pretty lazy for a good week or so. And it just piles up. So that's just what I was doing here. I think I was just switching it over. And I end up putting it all away, hanging everything up, folding everything towards the end of the video. So this is a recipe that I mentioned earlier. This was a giant pack of chicken that I had gotten, so I was just separating it. But literally all the ingredients was just chicken, which you can use any kind of chicken. It's probably better to use boneless, whatever kind you get. I actually prefer chicken thighs. I just feel like they have a lot better flavor, but this is what I had. I did cut off a lot of that fat, and honestly, I hate cutting chicken. It just weirds me out. I love eating it, but handling it raw, just ew. And I did want to show here that I did wash my hands really good. I'm really weird about raw meat, especially chicken. I actually, if I used like a cutting board like that, which I only use that one cutting board, if I cut raw meat, I always spray it with like a disinfecting spray and let it sit in my sink. But anyway, so all the ingredients, it's really just chicken, potatoes, and whatever vegetable you like. I've used green beans, I've used corn, mostly anything that kind of has a heartier texture. But yeah, just chicken, potatoes, just cut them up into like little chunks. And usually I'll use Italian seasoning like packet, like the dry powder, but I didn't have any on hand, so I just used Italian seasoning, some pepper, paprika, garlic powder, salt, and onion powder. Honestly, those are really the main ingredients I use on most of my food. I literally put all of that on everything. So after you put all of the seasonings on top, just take some butter. You can use margarine if that's all you have, but I had a bunch of sticks of butter and just put little pats of it all over it. That way when it goes into the oven, the butter melts onto the seasonings and it gets it coats everything with it, and it's delicious, and it's super easy, and it only takes about 30 minutes. I also didn't show, I would recommend putting like tinfoil on top of it for at least the first like 20 minutes or so, because this time I didn't do it. And I had to pull it out and put tinfoil on top because a lot of the stuff on top was, like the broccoli especially, was getting like a little too brown for my liking. It was getting a little overcooked. But just put tinfoil over top of it for probably about 20 minutes or so. And it only takes about 30 to 40 minutes to cook it because everything is in bite-sized pieces. But you can see It's not the most appetizing looking thing, but it's super easy and it's super delicious. And I just added some cheese. I think I put like crumbled goat cheese or something on it. I'm weird like that. But you can put any kind of cheese. You can put hot sauce. You can do whatever you want, but my whole family loves it and it's super easy. So, is anybody else's dining room table just a catch-all? Because mine sure is. As you can see, a lot of that stuff was actually sitting there for probably a few weeks, which I know is terrible. And that brown shelf you see me cleaning, I was actually using that to set my cat's food on because my dog likes to eat their food. And I was just cleaning it off and putting my dog's treats in this little container here. And yeah. And if you're wondering what's in that spray bottle, what I also used in my kitchen, it's just, I believe it's Lysol, like the concentrate, like one of the ones that just smell really good, but it kills bacteria, and I just diluted it with water, and I honestly use it everywhere. Also, I want to mention those big like lighter spots on my table. That is from one time my daughter and her friend accidentally spilled, I want to say it was nail polish remover, so it removed a lot of that finish on it, but it's fine because I want to repaint it eventually anyway. So these couches, y'all, I don't know if you can really see it too well, but those little white long things, those go with the slip covers on my couches. And I have slip covers because those little cats, well, the black and white one is the only one that has front claws, and you can see where she's just totally scratched it up. But I actually cut out a huge clip of this because I started vacuuming the slip covers and I was just tired of it, so I just decided to throw them in the washer because I was so over it. This is obviously a little while later, probably a couple hours or so. We'd gotten showers, gotten our pajamas, and I'm just making my bed and have my little helper here. I don't know if you would call it that. She was more just playing around. She was trying to hide something in my sheets. But she does like to help me sometimes, and it's really sweet. Does anybody else's kids do this? Like, she always has to be in the same room as me, which I don't mind, but she literally gets under my feet. Like, I can't tell you how much she was underneath my bed this whole time. She's just nosy. But I'm just gonna get all of this laundry folded. If you're wondering why how I laid out a whole bunch of shirts like that, they were already laid out from the last time I did laundry, and they were just sitting like on top of the laundry basket. But I told y'all I had laundry to do. It was a lot. And you'll see in a second, my daughter said she wanted to help, and so I told her that she could fold her clothes. But I was trying to give her some easy stuff to fold, like pants. And you'll see in just a second that I try showing her how to do it. So now that all the clothes are hung up and put away, I just have jackets that I brought downstairs because we keep them in this closet downstairs. Because we have pretty small closets, and this is just the easiest way to get to them. Finally done with the laundry, at least on that night. And then this is actually, I think, a day or two later. I had already washed the slip covers, but I guess I don't think I was feeling too great the day after I did all that cleaning. But you'll see me struggle putting these things on. I can't stand them. I don't know if you can see, but like there's a huge hole on that big couch right on the cushion there from kids, you know, jumping all over it, walking all over it, and I'm just so over it. And I'm so over these slip covers. Like, they're nice, but these little white things that are supposed to hold it on, they really don't. I mean, they pop out pretty much every time that we sit. I'm just so ready to get a new couch. But we're hopefully going to be buying a house this year, so we're not really in a rush to make a big purchase like that. But also with this, if you guys have any recommendations how to keep these things on, please let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.